Well, just 2 days after the election, lawmakers are preparing for the next administration here in Minnesota. Republicans have laid out their picks for Senate President and Majority Leader. So who are they? John Croman joins us live from the Capitol. John?
Hey guys, the Senate Republicans met behind closed doors here at the Capitol today and emerged to say they're going to stick with their current majority leader, that's Senator Paul Gazelka of Nisswa. But we will have a new face as Senate President. That's the person that runs the meetings, holds the gavel, pretty powerful post, and it will be 35-year-old Jeremy Miller of Winona.
It's an incredibly important role, both presiding over the Senate and the other responsibilities that come along with that. And I'm grateful that our members have put their faith in me to do that, and I will reach across the aisle.
Senator Miller replaces Michelle Fischbach, who retired from the Senate after becoming lieutenant governor. Republicans still hold a slim 34-seat to 33-seat majority in the Senate. At this time, Majority Leader Paul Gazelka is striking a conciliatory tone.
We will continue to lead the Senate GOP. Now we have 2 years of leadership experience. The governor is new. We have a new Speaker of the House coming, and so we want to take that role and try to work with the other side any place that we can to build bridges to get the things done that we need to get done for Minnesota.
So the power dynamics have shifted quite a bit for Republicans here at the Capitol because the DFL picked up enough seats in the legislature in Tuesday night's election to gain control of the House. So in fact, later tonight, we expect to have Melissa Hortman, the current minority leader, will be probably picked as the new House Speaker here in Minnesota. So, but hopefully that tone continues and that bipartisan love and spirit of cooperation will continue to fall like snowflakes on a reporter standing outside the Capitol.
That's accumulating. It's actually accumulating on you right now, John Croman.
Yes, this is snow.
Thanks so much, John.